Okay.
Okay. The subject.
Yes. What is the subject?
What's the effect of Brexit on small businesses?
Yep.
Okay. Well, thank you for asking me that. And I want everybody to know that the cameraman is actually my son, who's just told me to sit up because my stomach's showing.
This definitely being cut out.
Oh, no, keep it in. Keep it in. The effect of small businesses, the effect of Brexit on small businesses. Well, I'm glad you think I actually might know that, but I haven't got a clue. What I will say is that I don't think anybody actually knows. I think that it's very difficult to comment on this because whatever I say, as soon as we make those decisions and we're either in or out, or whatever the agreement or no agreement that we actually have comes to light, can contradict what I'm saying. So I'm not looking to actually discuss whether Brexit will have an impact on UK businesses. What I will say is consider this. Let me ask you a question. If tax went up to 90%, would it have any effect on anybody? And I bet you're all going, of course it would. Of course it would. We're only paying 20% now, so if we paid 90%. But the truth of the matter is that in the long term, it wouldn't make any difference, because all that would happen is that prices, cost of living, and wages themselves will go up to enough to reflect that the 10% that you do come out with is the wage equivalent to what you're getting now, so you can do what you need to do. The problem with this is not so much the amount of tax you pay, but the constant movement up and down, and other external factors of how people react to this, and what other deals they can do with other countries or other areas. There might be an initial backlash against it, that people refuse to pay it, or people increase in filling books or filling accounts, and eventually everything settles down to people realising, well, I can manage on the 10% because I'm now earning £1,000 a week instead of £200 a week. So they can. You've got that problem. You've got the same situation going on with Brexit. There's all these warnings, people scaremongering, people getting upset, people with all sorts of opinions. But ultimately, whatever happens will stabilise. And the biggest problem you can have is by panicking, by saying that this is going to happen, that's going to happen. It might in the short term. There might be some shortage of this or shortage of that. I don't think there will be, but there's always that worry, and it's only worry about things that causes the problems. It's like when there's what happens when supermarkets suddenly announce that they're not going to have any sugar. Well, people start stockpiling, so it causes very little sugar around. But people don't realise that there might be shortage of sugar, but there's plenty of alternatives. And the market will dictate what people want. So whether UK farmers or UK industry has to step up and start making things that they were getting from Europe before, or whether you suddenly find that we've got massive markets in Africa, America, Canada, and the rest of the world, so it doesn't really matter whether we're dealing with Europe, whether we're buying or not. Things will stabilise. And this is my opinion. And so don't ask me about what's going to happen in the short term. I just think everything will stabilise. Because just remember, England was England trading with who and what they wanted for hundreds of years before we went into the EU. And if we do come out of the EU, things will just go back. End of my opinion.